Hey everybody, this is Kevin. I'm back with Kevin's Korner Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective, and this is episode number 23, section number 2. And I don't know if you guys know who this gentleman is right now, but I met him when I went through the Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce Leadership Program. This is Mr. Neal. He also works for the University of Houston at the Sugar Land location. Yep. Say hi.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
So tell everybody what your real title is and what you really do.
I am the Associate Vice President and Chief Operating Officer for our instructional sites in both Sugar Land and Katy. University of Houston now has close to over 47,000 students, and looking at where our students are coming from, similar to our healthcare industries in the Texas Medical Center, they're building more hospitals out in Sugar Land, Katy area, and we find there's a lot of families here, a lot of great students. So let's bring Tier 1 education to where
to Sugar Land, yeah.
So it's been great.
It's kind of like what they decided to do back in the day, or whenever they decided to do it, when they built the Clear Lake branch, which is where I went and graduated from.
Very, very similar. Again, just kind of that's a really great analogy because, when Clear Lake was started, that was a direct response to NASA, and they needed a pipeline of engineers coming in, and it was an industry response. So similar to Sugar Land, the Chamber of Economic Development Councils, the local government said, we want higher education four-year programs for our students and for our businesses, and just kind of looked at what the job opportunities and the businesses need out here.
Right.
And that's kind of that kind of dictates. We have every major that any student could ever want. If you're going to be in Sugar Land and Katy, though, it's going to be tied to industry. It's going to be tied to the businesses that are here.
So speaking of, because that was going to be my next question, what are some of the major educational directions you can go if you go to Sugar Land?
So if you look at who our biggest employers are out here, it's healthcare industries, it's our school districts, and then it's our tech companies. So our College of Nursing is housed in Sugar Land. Nursing is a little bit everywhere. So they've got a presence in Sugar Land, they have a presence in Katy, and they also have a presence in main campus. For our Sugar Land campus, we have our second degree BSN. This is an award-winning program, very intense, but for students that already have a bachelor's degree that want to go into nursing, this is their route, and they can get a second degree in a year.
Wow.
Also, College of Education has a strong presence out here, both for K through 12, for teachers, people that want to become teachers, but also we have our superintendent program here. So those that are looking to go into their career, become a principal and then go on to become a superintendent, we also have those programs here. And then the lion's share of our programming, though, is through the Division of Technology, which was also formerly known as the College of Technology. Looking at some of our long-term goals is to be a top 50 public university. We're getting very close. We're in the top 60s now. That just came out last week. So,
nice. Congratulations.
That's a huge deal. The only problem with this is as we get closer to 50, the competition is going to get steeper and steeper.
Of course.
But,
I always like that.
In looking at that, looking at benchmarking what top engineering programs are doing, there's been a move to merge technology and engineering programs together. So we've started making that move about a year ago. And so the Division of Technology will be within the College of Engineering here in Sugar Land. That helps me a lot when I talk to families who are coming out here. When you look at the programs in technology, they're great programs. So, construction management, supply chain, digital media, biotechnology. There's a lot of great jobs tied to these. But when I talk to parents, they're like, I don't know what that is. Can my kid get a job? And then when I come back and say, well, it's in the College of Engineering. Oh, engineering, I know what that is. That's a great career path for our kids.
Yeah.
So that's it. And really with that, the programs that the Division of Technology offers really, in my mind, offers programming from conception, like engineering, traditional engineering, of creating something, but then can also help those students take it to market. So there's some business aspects to it as well. So it we get more bang for our buck out here with the Division of Technology.
Can you get a business degree up in Sugar Land?
You can start your business degree in Sugar Land, and I'm very proud of this. About 29% of Bauer College of Business is from Fort Bend County. Okay. So we're easing into that. The way our business school works, you have your freshman and sophomore, your gen ed core classes. You'll be a business major, so the business students take 30 hours of general business, and then their senior year, they'll take whatever their major is, so finance, real estate, whatever. We offer the junior year here, and ideally we're going to have cohorts we'll have concentrations to be able to provide those senior classes in time.
So when I went to Clear Lake was not a 4-year school. It was only a junior and senior level school. I don't know if that's changed. I know they got a mascot and everything.
They have mascot. They also have downward expansion, so they offer all 4 years there.
Oh, they do now?
Yeah, they do.
So when I went to Clear Lake, I went through San Jac South first and then transferred in.
We do very similar here in Sugar Land.
Okay.
So we partner with Wharton County Junior College.
Okay.
Wharton leases 70% of our Brazos Hall building. Now, students can continue to it's so different now post-pandemic. So students, if you live in Fort Bend County and you want to save thousands of dollars, you go to WCJC at the Sugar Land campus, you get your core, you can transfer over into Division of Technology, and you could stay in Sugar Land the entire time. And ideally, work, live, play, stay here. Some students still want to be at the main campus. They want that dorm life. But also we can offer what we call multimodal delivery systems, where a student can be in Sugar Land. They took a digital media class, but they've got English at the next class. They can log into their computer, and it's online, but it's in real time. So the professor may be at the main campus. They can ask questions. They can interact with the professor, but they're sitting in the student lounge.
Kind of like a Zoom kind of
Very
thing?
similar.
Okay.
The technology's gotten a lot better, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And what are some of the things that you'd like to tell the audience for the future for University of Houston Sugar Land?
So
'cause I know when we went through the chamber leadership thing, when we went to you had a lot to say. So
there's a lot going on out here. So right now we're at about 3,700 students. My charge from President Couture is to grow the campus to 10,000 students.
Wow.
And thankfully, she's never given me an end date. It's sooner rather than later, but it's not like I have to do it by tomorrow. But
that's good.
but
no pressure. No pressure.
Seriously. But we are growing, and we want to create value for students. We want to make it that the students want to be there and have a destination campus. So we're actually breaking ground on our 4th building next week. And it's again, it's a 2nd Division of Technology building. We got funded through the state legislature in the 2021 session. So we've been in design phase now. This is going to be a beautiful 70,000 square foot building with a lot of teaching labs and more research labs in there. Hopefully we won't get designed out, but there'll be a sky bridge between the 2 buildings, and it really starts to frame the campus quite a bit. And again, just looking at what other programs make sense. One of my other big projects, and it's always takes longer than what you think it is, but
of course,
the university has 40 acres of industry partnership zone, basically between the technology buildings and the Sugar Land Water Tower. And so we're looking for the right industry partner. There's some educational components that are tied to the land use there. It has to have a strong academic relationship with our existing programs. Are they, quantifying, offering internships? Are they doing research with our faculty? Are they doing shared IP? What does that look like? It's a true partnership. Are we providing continuing education for those companies? But really building that piece out next.
Is there a way for local companies like the one that I work for to get involved with the University of Houston?
So I'm going to give you the University of Houston motto: in time.
We'll get
there.
That's good. Okay. Stuart Title loves giving back, so that's why I was just asking. So, and I represent Sugar Land and Richmond right here. You're in between both offices, so that's really cool. How is Sugar Land, University of Houston Sugar Land, connected to the other campuses? Because there's also, I live in Pearland. There's also a University of Houston Pearland too. Now it's only one building, but it's there. So how are you guys all connected?
Okay, so this is going to take a minute. So we have
3 more.
I know, so I got to make sure we make it count. So
the
University of Houston is a system. So the University of Houston system. Within the system, there are 4 universities. You have University of Houston main campus, University of Houston Clear Lake, University of Houston downtown, and University of Houston Victoria. These are all separate universities, separate presidents, separate mascots, but they're all under the umbrella of the system, right? So main campus Clear Lake, I think downtown has started offering graduate degrees. Victoria also, I think, has MBA. I knew they have a really good MBA program. These system campuses, and this is the confusing part, is when you have a university that's named after a city, and you keep adding the location to the city, it gets a little ridiculous. So, University of Houston dash Clear Lake, University of Houston dash downtown. That indicates, or without a dash, indicates that it's a separate university.
Okay.
The two little letters that separate us, the at, tells us that tells me that's an instructional site. So when you look at the University of Houston Clear Lake at Pearland, that's Clear Lake's instructional site.
And what is an instructional site?
It's a location where they can offer programs to that community.
Okay.
So Sugarland, University of Houston at Sugarland, University of Houston at Katy are extensions of the main campus. It's Tier 1, Cougar Red Friday.
It's kind of like
there.
It's kind of like adding a satellite office for the same.
Exactly.
Okay.
The way I describe it is it's one campus, 2 zip codes.
Okay.
When you're in Sugarland, on the Sugarland campus, you're at the main campus.
Okay. Let's switch gears a little bit real quick. You're also a major component of and part of the Fort Bend County Chamber of Commerce.
Major components, that's a stretch. So my dear friend Bria Campbell and I are division chairs for the leadership forum for the chamber, and so
that's major.
That's
major.
It's just something fun, and it's a great opportunity to meet so many cool people that you may or may not ever meet. Your neighbors, but you've never met this person before.
I said that very thing at my graduation speech.
Yeah.
So which I think everybody was like, we've never seen this guy for 12 months, and it's a completely different guy.
It's really good.
So tell everybody real quick what the Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce is and how they can get involved.
So Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce is one of our 5-star chambers here in the region. It's actually very close to our location right here now. But it's an organization for our business community to really partner with each other, to do continuing education, to grow their businesses, to grow their networks, and to contribute to our community. And that's the piece that I really like. I mean, these are some really strong community-focused neighbors and friends and business leaders. The Leadership Forum has been around for many years now. This will be my second year I'm in now, helping coordinate with Bria. And basically the Leadership Forum is a 10-month course or activities where we bring business leaders, about 50 business leaders around the community to learn about, understanding differences and healthcare and education and our nonprofit organizations and how our state legislation works, how our federal government works.
The criminal system.
Justice, yeah. So we can go visit the jails.
Even threw a day in there for religious differences and stuff. So I went through the program and just graduated a few months ago, and despite some of my challenges that I had with medical issues, it was fun. It was great. I learned a lot. I mean, when I was, my 2 favorite ones were when we went to Austin and we went to D.C. because I'd never been in the House chamber on the floor, and I just thought that was really cool. And then the other thing is when you're at the Capitol, whether it be in Austin or in D.C., there is nothing more beautiful than the architecture in those buildings. Yeah. I mean, it's just amazing that they could do that. And, so I got a lot out of it, and I really, really had a good time and had a lot of fun. If someone wants to get involved with the Fort Bend Chamber, or they want to talk to you about University of Houston Sugarland,
sure.
How do they get a hold of you?
So the best way for the chamber is to go to the chamber website and look under. There's a link for Leadership Forum. We'll start taking applications right after graduation. So May, we'll start looking for applicants, and we usually take about 50. Push close to 60. It gets a little tight, but
now correct me if I'm wrong, but last event I went to, which was the first event, the first.
It's the kickoff / reunion. Yeah.
Reunion, yeah. My class that I was in is still the
right now. That's the reigning champ. I think it was 57.
57, and we graduated 54.
Yeah, it was a lot of people.
And we were the best class ever.
For now, yeah. That's the standing joke. Is every year is the best class ever.
Yeah.
But right now, I would have to say so.
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No. I would say that the new class that started, we will do infrastructure next week. They would claim that they're the best class ever. They are starting to get a reputation of being on time and being prompt. So that's a nice change compared to other classes. But when you're herding 57 people around, it's hard to find it. In terms of for the University of Houston, we'd love to show students and the business community, anybody that's watching, if you have school-age children or you're interested in going back to school, please reach out to us. The best to start with is the U of H at Sugar Land website, and then the links are all there for contact, scheduling a tour, and again, reaching out to me. I'm there. Financial, all of that's there. We actually have, depending on what program you want, we have financial aid counselors there. We have academic counselors. They can talk to folks and just kind of get them on board. And
Awesome.
I talk to a lot of families with their kids of getting them, transitioning from high school to college. So
Right. Well, it's a big step. I mean, it's a huge step. I didn't go to college right out of high school. I went back. I was considered a non-traditional returning student. I went back when I was 25 and graduated when I was 30.
But you had good grades.
I had a
and
blast.
You paid for yourself,
good grades. I paid for myself. I started in remedial courses, so it's been a year with no credit.
Yeah.
But when I finally got through San Jack, it took me 3 years to get out of San Jack. It took me a year and a half to get out of U of H.
That's fantastic, though.
So, I got it.
I know. You got your ring. That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's transformational.
So very proud of it.
Great.
So, give them contact information one more time.
Sure. So really, just University of Houston at sugarland.com is about www.uh at sugarland.uh.edu is the best way to get a hold of us.
Okay. I want to thank you, Jim,
Thank
for
you.
being
This
on
is
the
a
podcast.
great opportunity.
Yes.
So.
And Cindy Pham for being the first guest on the podcast. This is episode number 23 of Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective. Again, I want to thank Jennifer Smitis, Caitlin Cornick, Devin, and Wendy Santana. And if you want to be a guest on the podcast, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or reach out to me via email, kevin.davidson@stewart.com. I'll get you on the calendar. I'm booked through the rest of the year, but we'll get you on for next year. You guys, if you have any questions about title, give us a call. I have great title ladies here. They all got lots of years experience. If you want to talk to anybody at the University of Houston, Sugar Land, or the Fort Bend Chamber, reach out to Neal or Jay. And if you want to talk about 1031 exchange, reach out to Cindy. You guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.